Hey everyone, welcome back to the boosnbays podcast. It's been quite some time, Jace.
Well, you didn't.
I don't know how to. I don't start it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the boosnbays podcast. I'm your host Jace. This is Madison, and we're back.
Why is that any different from what I said?
Because that's how you do it. That's how you intro the pod right there. Now
Anyway.
you have to end it.
This is actually the end of the boosnbays podcast. Thank you so much for listening. So it has been.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. It's been quite some time. We wanted to kind of intro this one by giving you a little life update of what's been going on with the booze and the bays.
Nothing as bad as in December, though. I'll say that.
Yeah, I was gonna say October. This is like an up and up. We're on the up and up. October through December was pretty garbo.
Yeah.
For lack of a better.
If you guys don't know about that, we have a podcast.
Correct. Before that, where we were like, yeah, no, it's great, and then we're back, and then we weren't 100% back because then
We had some exciting stuff happen, some really good stuff.
Correct.
What happened, Madison?
I got married.
Hell yeah.
Which is very
Hell
exciting.
yeah.
Very, very exciting.
The wedding was so good. Also gave me vertigo, but you know, we'll forget about that.
No, that was treacherous, but we all made it out alive.
Barely made it out alive.
Barely, very, very barely. And what about you?
I had a new job at the stadium with the Yankees, and then had basically 2 days off for a whole 2 months almost, and now we're back. I'm a little bit more free, so we can kick this podcast off again. I'm excited.
I am too. I feel like we haven't delved in a while.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. We had a big catch-up thing right before this, so that was really nice.
A little coffee chat.
A little coffee chat. We got our, I don't know what I got. We got our coffee, so.
Let's get to it.
What are we, Zane and Heath now? Coffee talk?
I would love to be Zane and Heath. I would love to just meet them. If you guys hear this, let's meet. Anyway.
What are we talking about today, Madison?
Today we're getting into celebrity conspiracy theories.
Okay.
So, do you have any off the top of your head that you know of?
It's funny, when I was working spring training, I had a group of interns with me, and we were talking, and one dude was a big conspiracy theorist kind of thing, and he was he did, I won't say any names, but he did some drugs and some shrooms, and it kind of opened his mind to different things. So now he's really fit and everything. He has this kind of god complex to him, and he was saying that he's really into space and rockets and Tesla and stocks, and it's crazy. But he was a big conspiracy theorist as well. So we were talking one day about I forgot what it was called, but the Bohemian Grove, I think that's what it's called actually. Have you ever heard of that? Bohemian Grove? It's the cult thing that they meet in the woods in California, and the redwood forest, and they meet and they burn the owl, and they have it's a bunch of powerful people that go to this space, and they do rituals and everything like that. Apparently they do pretty bad rituals, and
I have never heard that, but I believe you.
one of the apparently it just came out.
That's bad luck to burn an owl.
I don't know what they're doing over there, but apparently one of the UFC fighters, or not UFC, but someone that's boxing, Ryan Garcia, he did he got invited or something like that, and they raped him or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I saw his tweets that he was on a spiral.
Yeah.
And then he took a video that was just hey, I'm just gonna talk about fighting, sorry. And that was it.
Yeah. I don't know what that was all about, but we kind of talked about that a little bit, and then that kind of got us into lizard people. And then that kind of got us into just crossroad. Was it
selling your soul?
Yeah. Do you think people can do that, and all that kind of stuff? So that literally got me thinking. I was wow, I wonder what it'd be like to you know what I'm saying? What would it be like to sell your soul? If we were to do it, or one of us, and we're all right, I'll sell my soul if this podcast pops off or whatever. Does it happen where it's just overnight, one of the videos breaks out and we get a bunch of followers on Instagram and like TikTok and all that? Or is it like you have to put in the work and then like over time it's guaranteed that'll pop off kind of thing? Like where you have to put in the work still, but or like does it happen where like you don't have to do anything and it just kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like it depends. Maybe that's what industry plants are. They're not
like,
people
like Bobby Alto.
Yeah. She's not like a person that just like appears out of nowhere for like an industry thing. The industry is the devil.
Okay. I can see that. I didn't really
went down to Hollywood.
I didn't really think about like the industry plants. But like now that I said Bobby Alto, I'm like, yeah, she's definitely
Tate McRae.
Alright, don't talk about my girl Tate like that. Come on now.
I think she's an industry plant.
Her songs are pretty good. Like, come on now.
I think she can dance.
Her songs are pretty good.
I think she can dance. I've just seen a lot of videos of her like almost like, which I feel like we're gonna get a lot of hate for any Tate McRae stands.
Yeah, it's made for me now.
But I feel like I see a lot of videos of her like dancing to her songs versus her singing her songs.
Okay, well, it's hard to dance and sing, so
that's fine. She's a great dancer.
You know who's an industry plant? And this pains me to say this, but Madison Beer.
Yeah.
Because her songs are fucking ass.
Well, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie,
she had her first song like in like 2016 or something.
Oh yeah, we heard it at DSW 24/7.
Yeah.
I ain't got no time for no. Oh, before we get copyrighted.
Before that, it was in it was like apparently like I don't know if it was like a Monster High song or something. I feel like I saw it somewhere, but she's an industry plant, which is fine. We like her.
Well, you know, we're still Madison Beer fans, Tate McRae fans, so don't look at me like that.
Sure, Jan.
Don't look at me like that.
And on that note, we're gonna start with our first celebrity conspiracy theory, which is Tupac faked his own death.
Okay, that's one of the more believable ones. Like the more like
I will say a lot of these are that they faked their own death, and honestly, I feel like if I were famous, like how else would you get out of it?
Okay.
So the reason being is because Suge Knight, who, if people don't know, was a music exec. I mean, he still is a music exec, just not for Death Row Records that he started with. I don't know. I think it's Dr. Dre and two other people.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, but basically, his son and the bodyguard confirmed that he faked his death.
Okay.
A lot of people think Suge Knight is behind his death.
Okay.
But that's a whole other thing. They think that Tupac found out that he was going to die and he planted a body double in Suge's BMW when he heard his attempt on his life. And he escaped by helicopter to the Navajo tribes in New Mexico because the FBI couldn't follow him there. That's not even something that's like on one Reddit forum that someone made up. That's like on multiple websites that I saw that's like a running thing, and then there's one guy that's going around talking about it that's his running conspiracy theory, because also his autopsy had the incorrect height and weight.
Okay.
Apparently, so take all that as you will.
For me, I think it's hard to like
fake your death.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have to be a very specific person to fake their death. Like one person on this list, I think it's 100% possible that they could, but I also feel like they
well, because like a lot of these, it's like I feel like the perfect way to fake your death is like go into the mountains and then just never like reappear, and then like people find like a torn up body or something like that like a year or two later, and they're like, oh, that could have been so and so. We don't know though. We don't know, because like, for instance, like another good like conspiracy for someone that faked their death is like Juice WRLD, and it's like he was on the plane, because the story goes that he was on a plane, and he like overdosed, but he was with like 3 other people, and it was like, unless those 3 people were like in on it, which like honestly I don't think I can keep a secret like that.
No.
But like,
no offense, you'd be one of the last.
No, exactly. Like I don't think I could keep a secret like, oh, so and so faked their death. Like, can you like take that to the grave with you? I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck no, I can't. So it's like one of those things where it's like I don't know how you would do it unless you're by yourself and then you just like, or maybe a good way to fake your death is buy a plane, pay like the driver or like the pilot to jump out the plane and like crash the airplane. So then people think that you died in like a plane accident.
Yeah, but then they wouldn't be able to find any remnants of anything.
No, they just think your body just like,
disappeared?
your body just like burnt up or like disintegrated, you know what I'm saying?
Um,
I don't know if that's how it works, but
I feel like if I were to fake my own death, I would just like...
Because like, if they had a body to like come back with, like the coroners would be like, yeah, this is him.
I would make it seem like I ran away. Or like if I was famous.
And then would you reappear like 10 years later?
Never.
You just never.
I just keep running.
But like, think about it, you can't go back in public. Like, you can't go to like.
If I was like, I guess if I was famous, then I would probably maybe pretend.
But who's the person that had like the double?
Maybe go on a trail. Like I would go on. I would pretend I would go on a trail. Yeah, but like different though. Because what plane is picking you up on the trail?
What do you mean what plane?
My thing would be paying like a sightseeing tour.
Huh? What?
Because that would be a reason why their helicopter would go in and out. But then it would be like that seems more believable.
Okay.
If you.
I'm losing it right now.
That's okay.
Well,
I will tell you if I fake my death.
Who's the person that like had the double? Was it Avril Lavigne? She had like.
I didn't put her on the list because I remember distinctly that we spoke about her.
We did. But like
Melissa, is her body double.
Okay. Shout out Melissa, I guess.
She's Avril.
She's actually Brie Larson.
But she's actually Brie Larson. Actually Marissa.
Inside joke right there. Actually, just go back to one of our first episodes and you'll know exactly what we're talking about.
So yeah, I'm not really 100% sold on Tupac's.
Okay, yeah, no, neither am I. I'll give that one like a...
Oh yeah.
Like a 4 out of 10.
Let's do it a 5.
That's
I feel
hard.
like 10. I feel like 5 is better because it's either middle.
5 is middle for 10.
No, but like 5 is like most.
Okay, 2 out of 5.
2 out of 5 recommend, yeah. I agree. I feel like it'd be one of those things that if I found it out, I'd be like, "Aw, okay,
Cool.
love that." Hey, guy. Okay, next thing. Katy Perry is JonBenet Ramsey. The only thing they have about that is just that they look similar in looks as kids. And someone was like, "Oh, well, eyebrows don't change from when you're kids, and their eyebrows are the same."
Okay.
And they think it was constructed by the Freemasons. I'm not really sure why, but a couple websites think that also. So
Okay.
I personally think that's 0 out of 5.
Yeah, I was gonna give it the benefit of the doubt and say 1 out of 5, but
No,
0 out of 5. Yeah,
don't think that's true, but that would be quite.
Yeah.
That'd be something if it was.
No, that'd be crazy. I don't blame you.
For another death, celebrity death, Elvis Presley.
See, I've seen and heard so many things where it's just like he died because he was constipated. So like
I saw that.
That's where like I can believe that. I've been on the toilet a couple times and I'm like I might pass away right now. Like you're gripping the counter next to you and you're like, oh, this might be my time.
You said I am white knuckling.
Yeah, so no, I can fully believe Elvis passing away because he's constipated on the toilet. But it was like other factors that made him constipated.
Yeah, I think it was also his diet was kind of poor from what I
you should see what I've been eating past couple of weeks, man.
From what I understand, his diet was pretty bad. So like,
yeah.
It was that he wanted out of the spotlight. A lot of people said that he might have been in the mafia.
Okay.
Because they say that the FBI enlisted him as an undercover agent to help infiltrate this, like a mafia criminal organization group.
Okay.
Called the Fraternity.
Yep.
Because of dealings with a plane that he was trying to buy, like a business agreement.
Oh, so you're saying like he died because he didn't want to be caught by the mafia? Is that like?
That's what. Well, he disappeared.
He disappeared.
Died,
yeah.
he disappeared.
Okay.
Instead.
Okay.
So
Okay.
a lot of, like, someone tried exposing this woman, and basically they said that all the records that the FBI released about that, oddly enough, like, they don't say anything corroborating that story.
Yeah.
But in the records, it does say, like, that Elvis did offer his services to the FBI to help in any way he can.
Against the mob?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he did have a business arrangement for a plane, I think, for somebody in that with someone in that organization.
Okay.
The thing. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I mean, there's redacted parts of it that's like, you know, that they said that he isn't in it, but
yeah, no, I feel
but
that.
they left the other parts in it that he said, I'd really like to help. I would really, really love to be in the mafia or be in the FBI.
You know, it's so funny too, because I was just thinking about this the other day, and I was like, you know, it'd be so crazy to just, for anyone, like, I guess anyone that's living and then anyone that's dead, is to, like, get them in a room where, like, they can't escape. Like, you're stuck in there with them until, like, the end of time.
Yeah.
Unless they, like, tell you, like, their deepest, darkest secret. Or, like, you can ask them, like, hey, were you involved in this? And then if they're like, no, and they actually did, like, they wouldn't be, like, you could tell the truth, kind of. You have to tell the truth to get out of it. So, like, I want to, like, be stuck in a room with someone like that and be like, just, like, not grill them, but, like, interrogate them and be like, hey.
Yeah, I agree.
You know. Or, like, who else? To, like, ask, like, Doja Cat if she, like, sold her soul or something. You know what I'm saying, though?
Doja
Like,
Cat, I feel like, is one of those people that I don't know if she sold her. I want to ask, like, Orlando Brown and Cat Williams.
oh, okay.
Orlando Brown is the one that was on That's So Raven.
Oh, yeah.
He's, like, saying some crazy stuff, and Cat Williams is also saying some crazy stuff.
I want to ask some, like, NFL players, because there's, like, a couple NFL players, like, Chandler Jones. He was the one that was going on Twitter, like, naked and everything, and, like, talking just random stuff. And there's one scene where he was, like, walking around his house, like, saying stuff, and he didn't cut out a part, or he didn't, like, raise the camera high enough, so he was, like, completely nude, but you saw his reflection in, like, his shower mirror. And you're like, bro, what are you doing? Like, bro.
He's like, get off the internet, please.
Yeah, so, like, I want to interview people like that and be like, bro, are you, like,
good?
Is that CTE or is that,
no,
like, something else, bro? Like, you know, I think it'd be cool to interrogate someone that, like, has some conspiracy behind them.
Yeah, because I would want to see if it's just something that they made up, like a character.
Yeah.
Or, like, that's what they think about Melanie Martinez. I don't really listen to her. She's, like,
she's a singer?
Yeah, I can't really describe her music, but she, her album and her recent tour, she's like a creature of some sort, and she only, she literally only wears, like, a mask. She only wears a mask for, like, interviews and, stuff like that.
Okay.
So people had, like, a conspiracy theory that she, like, sold her soul, or that she was, like, in some weird, like, ritual thing. But, like, I think her boyfriend has posted pictures of her on Instagram without the mask. But, like,
okay.
Just, like, stuff like that, you know?
You know who's getting me?
Who?
JoJo Siwa.
JoJo Siwa, me and Alexis.
You see her, like, most recent thing?
We talk about her.
Unhealthy?
We have seen the recent music video that came out. We have seen all of the reenactments.
Yeah.
She has the same energy as, like, JoJo. I mean, not JoJo, as J-Lo.
J-Lo, okay.
Like, the stuff that comes out of their mouth is just a little, like, actually delusional. Actually crazy. Cuckoo bananas even.
J-Lo's delusional?
Have you heard any of her interviews?
No. They're pretty crazy?
That is a whole other thing. She's just... I've heard she's actually a nightmare. Yeah. From every single person that's worked with her says she's a nightmare.
Didn't she divorce from A-Rod?
Yes. She was with Ben Affleck.
Oh, yes. She was
with Mark Anthony also at some point. They were married. She was back with Ben Affleck.
And then...
They're both cuckoo bananas. Crazy.
There was one thing I saw, and it someone was like, oh, I'm getting like, what's it called? Like a voice reconstruction or something like that to make their voice raspier.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I want to go more of like a JoJo Siwa like route. I'm like,
no,
what?
really, because that's how she talks. Like, she talks like the makeup person.
Mm-hmm.
Kim Kardashian. You know?
Yeah, and like Miley Cyrus, have you seen that video where she's like, yeah, this is like better than the mountain. And I was like, holy bro.
No, really.
Like, why is your voice like that? What's the next one?
We shouldn't even rate it. Elvis.
What do you mean, though?
Maybe he's,
oh, we have to rate it?
5.
Okay.
Do you think he's dead? Or faked his death?
I think he's dead, but him corroborating with, like, the mob and, like, the FBI.
And faking his death?
Yeah. I don't know about faking his death, but I would say that's, like, a good 3 out of 5. Maybe.
I'd give it a 3, too. I feel like it's something that sounds believable enough.
I think he's actually dead, but, like,
No,
I think he, like, worked with the mob and the FBI.
I think he might have died later than everyone thought.
Okay.
Like, maybe, like, the 90s.
So you don't think he died on the toilet?
No.
Okay.
I think it's possible that he didn't. I feel like it's possible he did, you know?
That's probably how I'm going to go out. Probably dead on the toilet, which is so embarrassing, but...
That is so embarrassing. Someone needs to just, like, did they wipe you off? Like, what do you do? Let's just
hopefully they pull up your pants.
No, instead of calling. So the next one is the Church of Scientology does casting for Tom Cruise's wife.
We know all about Scientology right here.
I was gonna say,
got it in Clearwater, baby.
We should try, because I see
no, we'll get murdered if we go
all the time. Like, the Scientology people will quite literally like shoo you off of the premises.
No, really.
I want to try though. Just to be over there.
We'll get murdered. That's how we die. We're not gonna fake our death. We're just getting.
No, really. There's actually no return.
Yeah.
I think that wouldn't surprise me because Tom Cruise, I feel like, is a significant person in.
I thought it was Tom Hanks. That's who I thought it was this whole time. But if it is Tom Cruise,
Tom Hanks was Forrest Gump.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is Maverick and.
Oh, so you know who they are? You're just.
No, I thought this whole time it was Tom Hanks.
Oh, I don't know. He might be, but not that I know of. I just know that he is for sure.
Okay.
So was what's his face from That 70s Show?
I never watched that, so.
Danny Masterson.
Oh, he's a
Scientologist.
Okay.
Elizabeth
Olsen?
Banks?
Oh, Elizabeth Banks. That sounds familiar.
It's Elizabeth Banks. I know I can picture her face in my head, but she was in A Handmaid's Tale.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
So, is this
anyway,
conspiracy saying that they are...
That they do casting for his wife. Like, they try to set him up with a reputable spouse.
Oh, okay.
I would say, honestly, that's
Who's
believable...
Who's Tom Cruise's spouse?
Right now? Don't know. I don't pay attention.
Obviously not.
I know...
A good setup, then.
I know Katie... I know Katie Holmes got bounced out.
Oh, was that his previous?
Yeah, she was the one that was in she was married to him when they were in Scientology, and then she got out. Yeah. Leah Remini from Kings and Queens.
Okay.
She is has a whole thing escaping Scientology, basically, where she. No, so seriously, she has because the guy's wife that was in Scientology, and that I don't remember his name, the guy that's the head of the whole thing, his wife disappeared 15, 20 years ago or something like that, and Leah Remini was friends with her, and I think it was Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise's wedding, where she was asking everyone hey, where's so and so? I haven't seen her, and no one's seen her since, and they wouldn't tell her where she is, and she was kicked out of Scientology, and she left, and yeah.
I wonder, how does that happen? How do you get kidnapped? Do they just break into your home and just take you?
I really don't know. I think it's so it's such a bizarre, or it's did they kill her? So that's what they think. They think that they killed her, and they just covered it up.
Because I feel the easiest way to kidnap someone would be to drug them and get them unconscious, and then you could just take them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that I'm not really sure of, but that is terrifying.
Do you see? Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I will say this just in general, because I do not put anything past Scientology. Mm-hmm. I would not be shocked if this was a 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5.
Oh, yeah. I can believe
on
this.
On the credibility.
I can believe this. I'll go lowest 3.
5.
I'll go highest 4 or 5.
Yeah.
5 is yeah, And this is without a doubt.
Yeah.
So I believe it. I can get behind it. Did you ever see the thing with David Dobrik where he was saying how like he went to a party and then one girl kind of like sold her soul, I guess, and then
No.
she like became famous? Well, apparently on David, or I think it was like Jason Nash's podcast or someone's podcast, David Dobrik went on and he said that he was at a party and some girl told him that she got approached by someone that said they can make her famous like overnight, and that's what, and like she needed a sacrifice, and her mom said that she was like sacrificed because she knew how like bad she wanted to be famous and how this was her dream and everything, and her mom was like, I want you to fulfill your dreams. So her mom was a sacrifice, and she got famous and everything, and then she can't like talk about it, but like she knows like what it's all about. Like that guy, she's never seen that guy again or whatever. And some people were saying it was Gabby Hanna.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Like people don't know who, because David Dobrik didn't say who he was talking about, but like
See,
some people are like, yeah, that's probably Gabby.
In her delusion.
And that's what she fell off.
She right now is like a Zumba instructor, and she's like off of social media, and apparently she's thriving.
Yeah, see, that's
so maybe she, I was gonna say maybe her mom's back. Because she took the deal back and now she's at the YMCA.
I have no clue like what, like who they could be talking about, but he said that. It kind of got me thinking.
Yeah, I don't know either, and also I feel like David Dobrik is not the most reliable source, but I could see that it could be Gabby Hanna for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
For the next one, Michael Jackson's death in general. So, Paris Jackson told Time Magazine in 2017 that he was murdered, and the way she, I guess, alluded to it was that it was the Illuminati who murdered him, or like bigger powers that be.
But wasn't it like an overdose?
They said that it was a doctor overdose, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not what she thinks. That it was more of like like he was murdered. Like that was like an intentional thing. It wasn't an accidental homicide type of thing.
Here's I don't want to take any credit away from Paris, but like here's the thing.
You and Paris are close?
Yeah, but like I think when like a death like that happens in your family, you want to deny maybe the fact, or not the facts, but like you just want to deny, like you don't want to think it was like your dad overdosing,
right?
Like you want to think it's like, you don't want to think like he caused his own death. You want to think it's like someone else, because like he couldn't have possibly done that.
But I think his death was ruled like a homicide.
Yeah, by his doctor.
Right. So I don't think it's so. It wasn't really her dad overdosing.
It was a mishap. Like
Mishap, yeah.
That I don't think, like as a kid or something like that, I wouldn't want to think like, oh yeah, my dad died because of like a mishap like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm gonna go to like not extreme lengths, but I'm gonna try to find another reason, and I think Paris is finding her other reason to be that.
Yeah, that could be it. They also said that the Jackson siblings don't think that the will was signed by him. Okay. Because on the date that it was signed on July 12th of 2002, he wasn't in Los Angeles to sign it.
Okay.
So
someone's just mad that they didn't get something from that will. That's what they're saying. That
it was actually in Culver City.
Someone didn't get their share of the money, or someone didn't get something they wanted, and they're like, "Well, he wasn't there to sign it." So.
Really? Yeah, and then they think he was going around saying that he thinks that they were going to kill him for his music catalog and estate.
One of his kids?
No.
Oh.
Just like they.
Okay.
How would that be? So all of those there's like a lot of theories surrounding his death.
Okay.
Do you remember where you were when he died?
Yeah.
Me too.
I was at home.
I was in the car with Marissa. Her mom was like, Michael Jackson died. And then my mom called me and was like, did you hear? And I was like, ugh.
That was a long time ago, though. That was like 2008 or something? 2007?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know why you're saying that. I've been friends with Marissa for almost like 20 years. Over 20 years.
No, but like, I'm just saying that because like 7 years ago was 2017.
And yeah, that's crazy.
Like that's crazy to say, you know.
Oh, so yeah. So how old were you?
When it's 2017 or like
Like
Michael
Michael Jackson died.
Oh, I was like 8. How
Time
old were you?
flies.
How old were you? Looking 42?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know. 12.
That's not that bad.
It's 2 years away from high school.
Well, you're almost
You
28
were 2
then.
years away from middle school. I'm almost 28. I turn 28 next month. I'm basically dead.
Guys, Madison didn't get me a birthday present. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I actually
I'm
cannot
just
stand
kidding.
you.
I just had to say it. I was gonna say it before the podcast, but I'm like, no, let me wait. Let me wait.
I hate Aries men.
Let me wait. Let me wait.
I hate Aries men.
Continue.
Anyway.
Oh, I'm giving the Michael Jackson one a 2 out of 5.
Damn.
Because I'm thinking back to the beginning of that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Paris. I'm like, you know, you're a little delulu maybe.
Yeah, I'll give it a 2 out of 5. 2 or 3 out of 5. I'll give her a little bit of a little grace period.
You're so nice.
Okay. Khloe Kardashian's O.J. Simpson's daughter. Because of the looks, Robert Kardashian was his lawyer.
Okay.
For his trial.
How old is Khloe Kardashian? I don't remember which one she is.
She's like out of the Kardashians, she's the youngest.
I thought that was Kendall.
No. So that's the Jenners. So Kylie and Kendall are Kris and Caitlyn Jenner's children. And then Kim, Khloe, and Kourtney, and Rob, sorry. She's not the youngest, Rob's the youngest. But Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, and Rob are Kris Jenner and Rob Kardashian's kids. But they think that O.J. Simpson fathered
So confused by that family. I'm not gonna lie with you.
That's fair.
So confused.
Because Kris Jenner wanted a DNA test. I was like on one of their episodes, and Khloe basically was like, "No, we're not doing that."
Yeah, maybe she just doesn't like. Don't they do like a blood test or something?
I don't really know, to be honest. I could see it happening. I could see it being true because they look alike.
I'm gonna have to. I don't know how I'm gonna rate this one because it's like. I don't know what they look like that much.
I would say this is like a 2 out of 5.
Okay, I'll go with 2 out of 5 then.
Okay, feeling confident.
I just don't have too much background on it to know.
That's fair. The next one is that Stephen King killed John Lennon.
That's crazy.
They think it was orders from Reagan and Nixon to kill him because they wanted Lennon and any anti-war agenda out of the U.S. They also think that Paul McCartney died in 1966 in a car crash and they got a look-alike instead. And that Abbey Road, the visual for it, was meant to look like a funeral procession.
I think what's crazy, though, is like...
The crazy part about that is Paul McCartney is the only one that's still making music, I'm pretty sure. So his look-alike's doing great, if that's the case.
But, like, for me, it's like, Stephen King, like, I don't know how him and John Lennon, like, relate. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that just seems like not, like, a
thing. Someone said that he was a fan of them, but, I mean, it was the Beatles. I feel like everyone was a fan of the Beatles.
Yeah, everyone was a fan of the Beatles. I just feel like it was kind of like Stephen King wrote The Shining and, you know, It and all that, but, like, how does that transform to, like, the Beatles, you know, kind of thing? I was like, I don't see the connection there, if that makes sense, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just, like, such a wild...
I would say this is, like, a 0 out of 5.
Yeah.
But it's funny if it was true.
I'll give it 1 out of 5 at most, but
I guess
0.
funny's wrong. Sorry.
Yeah.
John Lennon community.
I hope they attack you for that.
Really. And then last but not least,
okay,
Lady Gaga.
You know, I share a birthday with her.
You share a birthday with her?
Lady Gaga. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Happy birthday, Queen.
Poker face. Yeah. Okay.
I'm a Lady Gaga stan, actually.
Same here. I love Lady Gaga.
you being sarcastic?
No, I do. I love her
Oh,
music.
so it's like I am not being sarcastic.
Oh, you're not being sarcastic.
No, I am a Gaga stan.
Yeah, I like Lady Gaga.
Well, they think that so basically there was a girl named Lena Morgana.
Wait, what did she do? I'm so sorry. I didn't hear the first part.
Well, I kind of have to explain it to explain what happened, kind of thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Because so basically Lena Morgana committed suicide.
Who's that?
This woman that worked. She committed suicide in 2008. She was a woman that worked with Lady Gaga at Sony together under the same producer, and she had a very there's old clips of her performing, and her performance style and her dance style are very, very similar to Lady Gaga. And basically the conspiracy is that she killed her and set it up to look like a suicide, and kind of made a deal with the Illuminati situation and just took her vibe.
Lady Gaga took
Lena Morgana's vibe, basically, to become famous.
Okay.
So,
but who was more popular at the time? Was it Lady Gaga or
no?
Lena?
So she wasn't famous yet.
Lady Gaga?
No, they both just worked with this Sony producer, and they were friends. And then she committed suicide in 2008, and people were speculating because of her old release stuff that she had, the girl of old songs or whatever. They were speculating oh, it seems like she stole everything, kind of thing.
So I'm gonna start out and by saying Lady Gaga, her, I don't want to say her personality, but her vibe and everything definitely can make it seem like this is a 5 out of 5. But I might be a little biased on this one because I'm a Lady Gaga stan. Like her music, she's on AHS, I don't know. And I feel like when we say oh, this person, Stephen King murdered John Lennon, then Lady Gaga, killed this new girl. I feel like it's not them actually killing him. It's them being hey, ordering a hitman and being hey.
You think it's more of I wish I was famous, and they're oh, we have to take this person out to make it happen.
Well, no. Well, first off, I'm saying, John Lennon. I don't think John Lennon, or not. I don't think Stephen King went up to John Lennon's face and was boom, kill you.
Well, I think that he killed, instead of whoever the shooter was, that they arrested, or whoever it was Stephen King.
The shooter was Stephen King?
Yeah, not the later he shot him. The shooter was Stephen King.
Okay. Going to 0 out of 5 for that one.
Yeah, that's why I was you 1 out of 5. I was that's interesting, but okay.
No, I'm going definitely 0 out of 5 for that one.
Yeah, no, that he is the Stephen, at the same exact, basically, nothing of the John Lennon assassination story changed, except it's Stephen King instead.
So that's another thing where I would want to get Stephen King in a room and be hey, bro,
Can we talk about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, just be hey, this is off the record for sure. Off
the record. But I don't think Lady Gaga went and
I don't think so either, because I feel like she's a good person.
No, I feel like she's a great person.
I agree. I think she's just very talented.
Poker face.
And maybe they were friends because they had similar styles.
Yeah, I think they could have been friends. I think maybe she saw that Lady Gaga was stealing some of her stuff, or not stealing some of her fans and everything. She's damn, this girl's gonna surpass me pretty soon. I mean, you get depressed, I'm not getting the records she's getting, or I'm not getting the money she's getting, so this isn't working out now. It could be an option. I would give that one.
I would give that one
3 out of 10. Or 3 out of 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 2 out of 5.
But I don't think... Oh, wait, you know what?
Okay.
I'm going to give that one a 1 or 2.
Can I give it 2 separate ratings?
Okay.
I give the concept of it being true a 4 out of 5, because I'm always a firm believer and I know nothing about anything. But of it being Lady Gaga, I give it a 1 out of 5.
Okay. So I'll give it 2 separate ratings. I think the concept of it happening, like you said, was 4 out of 5. But I think I don't think Lady Gaga, I think she just got depressed and it was a suicide.
You think it's a 0 out of 5?
Yeah. I don't think Lady Gaga, killed her intentionally,
Yeah.
or even unintentionally. I think she was just like getting depressed, maybe because like other factors besides Lady Gaga. Maybe Lady Gaga had a part to play in it, but like not like
I don't think
intentionally.
it was specifically Lady Gaga.
Yeah, like maybe she saw Lady Gaga being like, oh, like I said, oh, she's getting more famous than me, like taking my style, like people are gonna remember her, not me. Kind of. So you get depressed over that, get in your head.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. So concept 4 out of 5, reality
0 out of 5.
0 out of 5.
That's fair.
Like
We love that.
Yeah, I mean, I wish we had. I don't think I'm gonna edit this to put like the numbers on the thing and like tally them up or whatever.
No, definitely.
I'm not gonna do all that, but
I think overall, I feel like we realistically thought about all the conspiracies.
Yeah.
Like we give it a realistic spin on it.
Yeah, we saw it with no bias.
Correct.
Yeah.
A good first episode back conspiracy.
Man, it's good to be back. Let me tell you that.
It's good to be back.
Sitting in a parking lot in the car, the AC blowing.
Getting shit on by birds in the parking lot.
Yes, ma'am. The car alarms, the car exhaust, the honking.
Nothing like it.
Nothing like a nice old
Friday afternoon traffic.
Nothing like a nice boosnbays car cast.
Trampa Bay. So with that being said, thank you so much for listening. Make sure to subscribe to everywhere you listen to podcasts, and we will see you next time. Bye.